Hello students, today we are taking another topic from weaving motions, take-up motion, which comes under secondary motions. So first we will take definition. It is the motion to withdraw fabric from the weaving area at the constant rate that will give required peak spacing and then winds it onto a roller. So here we are covering two functions. It is withdrawing the fabric from the weaving area as it is woven into the weaving area, means just after beating up, and winds it onto the cloth roller at a constant rate, and this rate will decide the space between two picks, and this will finally decide picks per unit space, that is PPI or picks per centimeter. Texture of a fabric largely depends on number of ends and picks per unit space. Means what is the EPI and PPI in the fabric, it is finally going to decide texture of the fabric. That's why these two parameters are important, and take-up motion in conjunction with let-off motion determines the number of picks per inch. So from these two parameters, one, that is PPI, is decided by take-up motion, and that's why it is a very important measure as far as texture of fabric is concerned. These motions can be classified mainly into two categories: negative take-up motion and positive take-up motion. Then positive take-up motion is further categorized into two categories: intermittent take-up motion and continuous take-up motion. And intermittent motions are of two categories: direct and indirect. We will take one by one these terms. What is positive take-up motion? It is the motion in which the take-up roller is driven in a positive manner by suitable train of wheels, means gears, or by other means to ensure number of picks per unit space. So we are positively controlling the number of picks per unit space, and we can ensure equal number of picks per unit space, picks per inch or picks per centimeter throughout the length of the fabric. So that is possible only in positive, means we can positively control it. But in negative take-up motion, in this motion imparted on cloth roller only due to force applied by reed to the file of the cloth at the time of beat up. So whatever the force is applied by reed, depending on that, it is taking up the cloth on the cloth roller, and that's why the amount of cloth drawn forward is determined by this force employed. And if there is any change in the force employed, then there will be changes in the picks per unit space. So here picks per unit space cannot be controlled positively as in the case of positive take-up motion. What are the advantages of positive take-up motion over negative take-up motion? In negative take-up motion, just I'm repeating it, we have taken already, the amount of cloth withdrawn depends on the force employed by reed, while in positive we can control it with the help of some gearing arrangement or mechanical means. Another difference is in negative take-up motion only one taking up roller or cloth beam is employed, which performs two functions: drawing the cloth forward as it is woven and winding it. So both the functions, drawing the fabric as well as winding onto itself on the cloth roller, is done by this cloth beam or tacking up roller. While in positive take-up motion, we are using tacking up roller, which is employed to draw the cloth forward, and the cloth roller or beam is used on which the cloth is wound. So withdrawing is done by tack-up roller, and the winding is done onto the cloth roller. So here we are using two rollers in positive take-up motion. And then third is in negative take-up motion, regular take-up of weft per unit space is not ensured. Means here we cannot ensure the number of picks per unit space will remain same. That's why in the positive motion, the cloth is taken up a small but regular distance at each peak, so the number of picks per unit space can be regulated. Means we can ensure a particular number of picks per unit space throughout the length of the fabric. Now, what is direct take-up motion and indirect take-up motion? When the cloth is wound directly on take-up roller, it is termed as direct take-up motion, means this is negative type of take-up motion. But when the cloth is wound on a separate cloth roller and drawn forward by frictional contact with the take-up roller, then it is known as indirect. So that is the case of positive take-up motion. Then intermittent take-up motion. This motion acts by intermittently taking up cloth by driving the wheels as the sleigh falls backward or forward. And because when sleigh is moving back, whatever the motion we are using, either backward motion or forward motion, so if we are using the backward motion, it means at the time of forward motion it will remain in stop position. So it is working and then stopping, working and stopping. That's why it is known as intermittent, means it is not continuous, it is working intermittently. That's why this is known as intermittent take-up motion. And these are positive type, because here we are using some chain of gears, number of gears are used, so that's why we can control it positively, the number of picks per unit space. So it is come under the positive take-up motion. So the positive intermittent take-up motions are of two types: 5-wheel take-up motion and 7-wheel take-up motions. So as the name suggests, in this 5-wheel take-up motion we are using in the chain of the gears we are using total 5 wheels, and in 7-wheel take-up motion we are using, in the chain of gears we are using total 7 wheels to transmit the motion to the take-up roller from this sleigh. So we will take both the type of take-up motion, intermittent take-up motion, 5-wheel and 7-wheel, and we will try to understand with the help of diagram in the next video. Thank you.